What's going on, everybody? Chrome on Rust here, back with Core Expert Gaming. Going to be having another followers guide for you. We're going to call this one version 2.0. It's going to be better, faster, and more informative. I got some information from you guys, and I went ahead and tossed it into this video, and I hope you do enjoy. So coming in at number 3 is going to be the Echoing Fury, and what it can do, it can get up to 20% chance to fear, as well as some pretty high damage, as I'm sure most of you do know. So we'll go ahead and check out some fearing real fast. So 20% it will be pretty often, and there it is, folks. A little bit of fearing going on, and that is going to be number 3 for the Templar. Let's go ahead and move on. Number 3 for the Scoundrel is going to be a Mana Core for a lack of a better option. Not that it's a bad weapon, but it just doesn't have any proc chance, and getting damage on your Scoundrel is going to be pretty hard. So number 3 is going to be the Mana Core, and they get up to 2 sockets as well. Coming in at number 3 for the Enchantress is going to be the Grand Vizier, and get 50% gold find and 45% magic find, and it'll allow you to get up to a total of 30% gold find, as you see here, and 26% magic find, and that's going to be added to your player character's total. But you don't actually need the cap of 150 gold find with all the items at max. If I throw this ring of 23% gold find on here, you can see I actually still have my 30% value. Alright, so coming in at number 2 for the Templar is going to be the Azurath, and what it can get on it, get up to 1.69 attacks per second and get up to 15% chance to freeze. So we'll go ahead and test this out real fast. There you go, the Templar has frozen, everybody is frozen, so we'll go ahead, we'll move on from there. Alright, well, coming in at number 2 is going to be the Wind Force for the Scoundrel, and get up to 50% chance to knock back on hit. So we'll go ahead and try this out real fast. So this is going to be proccing well with attacks per second. There you have it. He's just knocking back constantly. So that is going to be number 2. Alright, well, coming in at number 2 for the Enchantress is going to be the Maximus. It's going to have a chance to summon a demonic slave when attacking. Let's go ahead and check that out. And in between her and the demonic slave, once she has summoned it, there's going to be like a fire chain, just like a fire chain would be on an elite pack. And it will be ticking or proccing pretty often, and it's going to be from 1,000 to 1,500 damage. There you go, there's the fire chain in between them, there's the proccing chance of it. So we'll go ahead and move on from there. That does proc pretty often. So now what everybody's been waiting for, the number 1 weapons for each one of the followers, and for the Templar it's going to be the Sunkeeper. The Sunkeeper can get 45% magic find on it, and the Templar will be able to boost you a total of 30% magic find and 25% gold find. You can see here this ring has 20% on it. I throw an 18% ring on there, and he still gives me the additional 30% magic find bonus. Coming in at number 1 for the Scoundrel is going to be the Breeza, and get up to 15% chance to freeze on hit and 75% chance for ranged projectiles to pierce enemies. Let's go ahead and check this out. You can see the bullets are going right through him. He is freezing them. So that is number 1 for the Scoundrel. Coming in at number 1 for the Enchantress is going to be the Azurath. Now I know we've already seen this weapon on the Templar, but it's going to be way more effective on her than it was on him. And also some things to note is Force Push and Erosion are also going to proc the chance of your weapons. So let's go ahead and test this out real fast. And while this is going to be similar to the Breeza on the Scoundrel, it's actually going to be way more effective for single targets. You can see there she has them frozen almost the entire time. So it's really, really good for that single target. Armor on followers is something that can be overlooked, but it is a key component to every follower's success. Just like the gear on your Nephilim, if your followers can't stay alive, they can't provide their full potential. So let's move into types of gear and stats to be looking for. So let's go ahead and start with follower items, and they are the Enchantress Focus, Scoundrel Token, and Templar Relic. Stats you want to get on these items are crit hit damage, all resist, life on hit, vitality, and your follower's main stat, which would be strength for the Templar, dexterity for the Scoundrel, or intelligence for the Enchantress. Having those 5 stats on a Scoundrel Token or Enchantress Focus would be considered an optimal roll. The Templar Relics, however, can get 2 additional affixes that other follower items can't. The other 2 affixes are block chance and plus armor. Block chance being able to get up to 15%, which would add to your Templar's offhand, which of course is a shield. So there's only one follower that can use an offhand, and that is the Templar. The best shield for the Templar's survivability is going to be a Storm Shield. It can get up to 34% chance to block, the highest of any shield. always coming with strength and all resists, also having reduced damage from melee attacks from 5 to 6% and reduced damage from elites by 6 to 7% and getting one additional random magic property. So if you had a relic and a storm shield with their highest block amounts, your Templar can block 49% of incoming attacks. Alright, well, jewelry is going to be the last piece to this puzzle. Let's go ahead and start with rare rings and amulets for your follower. Survivability stats you'll want to look for are all resist, vitality, armor, life on hit, and life percent. If you're looking to get damage from your follower, however, you will want average damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, and your follower's main stat. Some will have just noticed that I did not mention attack speed. That is due to it needing a little more discussion. Yes, attack speed is a damage affix, but with life on hit, it will also provide survivability. Not only that, but stacking attack speed will make your follower's weapon proc more often. Now for the fun stuff, legendary and set jewelry. You will still be looking for those few key affixes just like with rares, but they will provide you and or your follower with special bonuses. I'm going to go over a few of the most used legendary and set jewelry items, due to them providing the best results. Let's start with the Star of Azkaranth. It provides your follower with increased damage against elites by 3 to 4%, also getting one of 8 magic properties, chance to knock back, blind, immobilize, slow, chill, freeze, stun, or fear, from 1 to 5.1%. It's most used for its chance to freeze, stacking it with the Briza or the Azarath, allowing your follower to get slightly over 20% chance to freeze. And now the last amulet for this topic is going to be a Telrash's Allegiance with cold damage. What cold damage will do is the same thing as chance to chill. It will slow down your foes. A Hellfire Ring and a Leoric Signet both provide similar bonuses. They come with increased bonus experience. A Leoric Signet can get from 20 to 30%, and a Hellfire always has plus 35%. You as the player will receive 5% of that bonus, so you can get an additional 13% experience from any follower. There are 3 more rings that I will quickly discuss. One is the Stone of Jordan, being able to get from 20 to 30% increased damage against elites and can roll adds cold damage. A puzzle ring sometimes calls forth a treasure goblin when your follower is hit, but none of the items from the goblin will have level 63 affixes. The last one is a Justice Lantern, which will add 11% chance to block, allowing you to get your Templar up to 60% chance to block. Well, that's going to be it for armor. I do want to point out that I think it's best to stack survivability and attack speed on your followers. That way you can take advantage of legendaries like the Star of Azkaranth and the Briza combo. I'm not saying you can't gear your follower for damage, but the amount of gold it's going to cost is going to far outweigh the benefits received. But if you only do care about getting the bonus experience and magic and gold find on your follower, then you can go ahead and just throw that last statement out the window, because alive or dead, you're still going to receive those bonuses. And I know I probably missed someone's favorite item, like the Band of Hollow Whispers or whatever, so sorry about that, but it just didn't make it in this video. And well, that's it, short, sweet, and to the point. I do want to thank everybody who commented on my last video. I know I missed a few key topics, so I wanted to go ahead and remake the video and give you guys a new guide. And I hope this one was a little bit more informative and enjoyable. So please do like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content from me, and you can go ahead and post in the comments below what you guys thought, and if you have any ideas for future videos, I'd love to read about them. And that's going to be it for me. I'm Chrome on Rust for Core Expert Gaming, and I'm out here, and you guys have a great day.